Alright, this is your favorite channel, Nation's Voice Tower. My name is Angelo, your anchor. This platform talks about the political occurrences in Nigeria as it borders the Nigerian political system and population. Not just Nigeria, but taking outside the shores of the country too. Now, I have something about the Nigerian police force. Yes, and this is classified information. This is top secret. But we wouldn't hide it from our most lovely viewers because we need to really make it known to all the public what is happening in all the parastatals. We've touched the NBA, we've touched everywhere, we've touched the government house. Now we're going to touch the Nigerian police force. This is a plan and we're going to expose them. There is a clandestine plan that is being orchestrated by some powerful persons, according to our source, by some powerful persons through the current chairman of the Nigeria Police Service Commission, PSC, retired IGP Solomon Arase, to prematurely retire 4 serving DIGs from the Nigerian police force. People who have done nothing to you and you're planning to retire them before their time. If you will remember, IGP Solomon Arase was once the IG of police or the Inspector General of Police, and then after he retired, he was made the chairman of the Police Service Commission sometime in January 2023. Now, these people that are on this list are DIG Dan Malam, DIG Hafiz Inua, DIG Bode Adeleke, and DIG Moses Jiboto. These 4 people, very, very innocent, have done nothing. According to our source, these people have done nothing, but the Nigerian police force, by the plan of Solomon Arase, the chairman of the Police Service Commission, is trying to retire these 4 innocent DIGs. This impunity, according to our source, this impunity must not be tolerated. You can't just wake up one morning to retire officers who have not attained the retirement age of 60 or their 35 years of service yet. Some of these officers are classmates of current IGP Kayode Egbetokun, and some are his juniors. So, what if the rationale behind retiring them prematurely when the current IGP is still in office? What? Why? That means there is a personal vendetta behind this premature retirement. You can't retire people who still have till 2024, 2025, and 2029 respectively to work just like that. Now, Solomon Arase and all those pushing this impunity should be informed that the public is now aware of their clandestine plans. Yes, that's what I want you to be aware, so that you would know the injustice and impunity taking place in the Nigerian police force, orchestrated by the Nigerian Police Commission. All right. Now the truth is, the good news. There is a good news, although the good news is, despite the pressure that the current IGP should sign those communiques that would have them retired, the current IGP in return has refused to effect the plan yet at the moment. But the public and taxpayers should be informed about this ugly development in case things go wrong. Yes, I decided to bring this expose to you so that you would know that these people are not really good people. We've had good people in the police force, and we have the bad eggs in the high population. Look at 4 officers, DIGs, that have done nothing. They have 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 years to retire, and somebody is orchestrating a clandestine plan to retire all of them. Why are you doing that? What is that supposed to mean? All right, are you supposed to be there to, to retire someone, or are you supposed to be there to make sure he works and feeds his family? At a time like this, when the economy of Nigeria is so bad, it's going so bad that people find it hard to really provide 3 square meals a day, and you're planning to retire people's parents, people's fathers. These people are fathers to other people. These people are breadwinners wherever they come from. Once you retire them now without them reaching the retirement age, is that fair? That is not fair. Please, the Nigerian police force should look after this. I know now that we've exposed this plan, they will change their strategy. But I tell you what, this is on ground, and if they are going to effect it, you're going to hear it out. Now, I would like you to listen to a TV program. This TV program was not conducted in Nigeria. It was conducted in Cameroon, in Yaoundé to be precise. But the anchors of this program were saying something that drew my attention. All right. Now, the whole world is no longer news, that the whole world now know what type of president Nigeria has. The whole world now know every detail pertaining his illicit dealings, his present dealings, and his forgery, his perjury, and so on and so forth. So what I heard in this interview was shocking about the election, about the tribunal, about Bola Ahmed Tinubu, about people involved in the shady deals in the election, about people that worked against democracy during the election, about how democracy was murdered, about how Bola Tinubu now parades himself and has plans to go further if the tribunal tends to go the wrong way. So I don't want to say these things myself because you will be surprised. These people are not Nigerians. That is the most important thing. These people are not Nigerians, and look at what they are saying. That means everything happening in Nigeria is now general knowledge. Please, the tribunal only and the tribunal alone can save us. Watch this video and be shocked, just like I was when I first watched it. Stay tuned.
Politics is number. You must know this. It is clear. And it is not something that is hidden. When the masses are with you, it's visible. It is feelable, it's handleable, it's touchable. That's the first thing. Number two, if you have been following the recent court sessions, all evidences, practical proofs have been brought to court. If they don't give Obi the election, it's just because Africa is corrupted. Because there are enough proofs on ground to show that the elections were rigged. Number three, the president or the chairman of the electoral committee in Nigeria, Yakubu Mahmoud, Professor Yakubu Mahmoud, first of all said there was a glitch. They brought a technician, an engineer, who said that nothing went wrong with all the servers that were conducting when the elections were conducted. So you and I know very well that when elections were being conducted in Nigeria, Tinubu was the last person they ever thought could win election. From every flank. One, Tinubu is not physically fit. Number two, Tinubu has a very wrong testimony as a president. You need to have that background integrity. Number three, you are pushing
Apostle, go ahead. Go ahead. It's important you answer those questions.
Yes. Number three, Tinubu is coming from a political party that his predecessor had damaged the economy. As a matter of fact, APC has, they say the name of a party can influence its candidate. APC was the last political party that any Nigerian could ever dream of bringing back in the party because Buhari had condemned the economy to a floor level. So you taking up the title of APC in Nigeria is like taking a bad name when you are not bad. Because Buhari had already sabotaged the name of APC by his poor governance and poor economic management. Nigeria has been brought to its knees. As a matter of fact, $1 right now in Nigeria is 920 naira. While $1 here is 650. Is that a shame? It's a shame that Cameroon's currency has beaten Nigerian currency. But Nigeria is called a giant of Africa. The standard of living in Cameroon is higher by that of Nigeria right now. So you don't tell me that then Tinubu has with all his drug peddling activities that background was exposed. What do you want to say? The evidences are too visible. Politics is numbers.
Senior Apostle.
So to the different social media outlets printed on it.
Monitor the election. I want to say that
the floor was supposed to be from the womb, but yes, just stop.
That viewer is suffering from myopia and also hypermetropia, long and short-sightedness. And because why I will say this, it's clear. The Nigeria election, when the results were declared, it is stated in Nigeria Constitution that before you are declared president of Nigeria, having won the valid vote, you must win half to 10, including and to 25% of the federal capital territory. Abuja is not a state. The president of Abuja, which is the federal capital territory, is the governor of Abuja, act as a governor. And so the constitution say you must at least have just 25% of vote in that area. He did not have. Also, let us look at the numbers. When Peter Obi's campaign started, they said it is 2 people tweeting in the room. When the election started coming in, they said no, he will just win just the southeast. When he came in, they said he cannot win a state in the north. When he started winning, they said no, Peter will be frauded. Let me give you another instance. That viewer needs to really take the time and keep away emotion, because I'm sure it is somebody who is from Ativo Asiwaju's camp or Balablu Bolaba. This is what happened. The second aspect to know that you win an election, as Senior Apostle said, your supporters are malleable, touchable. They can be seen, feel, touch. When the election result came out, how many people went to the streets to celebrate that Asiwaju Tinubu won? How many?
Everywhere was. I went to Abuja. The streets were dry like it were morning.
The second aspect you need of analysis to know, when they declared the election, how many people from APC were actually streaming the result? That this come to the court session in itself. INEC did not present any contrary evidence to show that what Obi team has as certified copy is different. This is it. INEC certify a document for election result and gives Lasha. Lasha goes to court. INEC says no, I object to what I certify and give you as an evidence. It's a shame. Conclusively on this Nigeria issue, we cannot be robbing Peter to pay Paul. Asiwaju Tinubu submitted a certificate which is under questioning, the Chicago State University certificate. In what he submitted to INEC, it stated that Asiwaju Tinubu is a male. What Chicago University has, based on what we are told, that the Asiwaju Tinubu that went to Chicago is a female.
How can a man become?
They said it's a female. I'm coming. No, these are in public space. This is not something I'm making up.
Is trying to
this is what is in court.
Somebody was trying to.
Second, the Tinubu that submitted the certificate in Nigeria, the certificate states that Tinubu is a Nigerian, but the one in Chicago, the Tinubu is a United States citizen. That's the second issue, which is under contest today. We are not refusing the fact that you don't have to support Tinubu. Campaign, how did Tinubu campaign? He went to a debate and they said, what will you do when you are elected president? This is his speech. Day one, hit the ground running. Day two, continue the ground running. Day three, hit the ground running. That was all. You cannot be in this 21st century.
Alright, that's the video. And are you shocked now? I know you're shocked. Look at what they were saying. As if they are in Nigeria. Alright. That means these people know what they are saying. They know that Nigeria has gone so bad that if care is not taken, we may finally go into extinction, because these things we're seeing, dollar is on the rise as regards the naira, products are becoming costlier by the day, high level of unemployment, more than we've recorded in the last years. Okay, lots of wanton killings everywhere. You know, we can't manage all this in Nigeria, especially the brothers back at home. They can't manage all this. If everybody, or if people were opportune to go outside Nigeria, there are people still living at home. These people are suffering, and then the neighboring countries now know. If you listen to one of them there, he said the standard of living in Cameroon is now better than that in Nigeria. Can you hear that? That means we are really heading for doom. Let's hope these things don't come to a point where we would have to say we don't have a country anymore. Well, our viewers should please like our videos, share them, drop a comment for us in the comment section. And if you're watching me for the first time, tap the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that we will always link up when I'm on to give you an update. Now, finally, I want to talk of something from the Labour Party. Yes, there is a sort of expectation within Obedience or amongst Obedience and Labour partisans about a positivity or an optimistic result as regards the judgment of the tribunal. That is supposed to be right, because according to the evidence is tabled before the tribunal, and according to the Class A evidences, Class B, and all the forms that were acquired from INEC, tabled as evidence 1, 2, 3 respectively in front of the tribunal at the Court of Appeal Abuja, all hands are pointing to one thing. All hands are pointing to success for the Labour Party. And if justice is supposed to be served, then we should be hearing something else other than having to stick with the old block, all right, if you know what I mean. Because in order not to constitute offenses that are subjudice to the court judgment, would hold our peace, but would always suggest that according to what this chieftain for the Labour Party said in this video, this chieftain, Pa Deli Ajufo, is a member of the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council. He said lots of things about the optimism of the Labour partisans and the way he thinks this final judgment is supposed to sway, because once you attended these court sessions, you will already know where these things should point at. Of course, a case where only one person has provided evidences and eyewitnesses to, bear evidences for the success of his or her case, and your counterpart has done little or nothing to avail the situation, there is only one way to decide. So let us hope that things go out positively. In the respect to that, I will allow you to watch this video so that you'll understand what optimism is in the hearts of Nigerians about the oncoming judgment by the tribunal. Stay tuned.
There was never a factional leader, never. Some rabble-rousers who received largesse from some frightened political neophytes to create problem in the Labour Party, knowing full well that Labour Party has become the bedrock of the political emancipation of Nigerian populace. We had no faction. Our Papa was just a paid hireling, by the APC. Let's call it a spade. But some of his henchmen, one of the fools called Arabambi, is still carrying on in Lagos, pretending to be a leader of a faction of the Lagos arm of the party. I think Nigerians will make a lot of mistakes, the press in particular, and that includes you. We give credence to fools and idiots when we should condemn them outrightly. Arabambi was expelled, and I repeat, expelled by the National Executive Council and National Working Committee of the Labour Party. How he can be parading himself as a member, no talk of leadership, beats me. But you see, there was a meeting recently in Lagos, in court, where he came with a lawyer, pretending to represent the petitioner in Lagos of Labour Party. He was thrown out, and he still carries on. They have no shame. I'm sorry, they have no shame. So please, don't ever mention factional leadership in Labour Party. There is nothing like that. There is no faction in Labour Party. Labour Party is under the leadership of Julius Abure. Our candidate and principal is Peter Gregory Obi, and anybody who pretends to the otherwise is just a joker and should be treated as such. The presentation in the at the tribunal, as it were, is obvious. You've followed the proceedings. The evidences adduced at the court hearing. It tells a whole lot of story. There have been certain expressed and established facts as to the position of the election. Massive rigging has been established, where 18,000 pages of blurred ballot results cannot be established. And yet, results from those areas were announced. In court, they were asked to give the number of those blood votes. They couldn't. So how did you get the number you declared for the supposed winner of the election? So you find out that by and large, the number attributable to those blurred results amounted to some 2 million, of which almost 1.7 or 1.8 were ascribed to Bola Tinubu. I removed them from his vote. The man is a distant fourth. So I believe that, like I said last time we talked, the judiciary is definitely on trial in this case.
All right, welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is still Nation Voice Tower, your most preferred YouTube channel, that hub that keeps you updated on anything pertaining to the political system, not just what the news say, but investigative information that will make us know what our government is up to as it borders the masses, not just Nigeria, but outside Nigeria too. Now, you've heard Pa Deli Ajufo there. Let's not say he's being very sentimental about what he's saying, but let us face the fact. The truth is, whatever Pa Ejiofor said in that video is actually right, because all hands are pointing to one thing, and we all know what that is. So let's keep our fingers crossed and our heads up to see how the tribunal would unfold their judgment. I brought you an update yesterday about a rumor that has been making the rounds about the final date of the judgment for the tribunal. So let's hope that that date is true. We will still pry our eyes into deep information to bring you updates about anything pertaining to the political system and the Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal. From our table here, we're saying goodbye. See you next time.